Eric Magidson here. Thank you for watching this video. Recently I've had a lot of interest both from fellow instructors as well as students wondering how I create my high definition screen capture videos that I post and share with you on YouTube. The reason I do this is because I find that both for online classes, an actual demonstration works really well in demonstrating features and functionality of software, as well as for my in-class courses. It's a great way for them to go out after class, look at the video to reiterate the outcomes and concepts I want them to learn. So let me show you how I do this. It's pretty simple actually. I use a product called Camtasia Studio and I'm currently using version 6.0. So you need to have Camtasia Studio and you should play with it and learn how to create videos. Before we can create high definition videos, we use the Apple Quicktime format to do that. So you need to download Apple Quicktime if it's not in your computer. Easiest way to do that is to go out to Google, type in QuickTime. There's the Apple Quicktime download. Choose download. You would save the file to your computer. You're going to see I've done this a couple times. Once it's done, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. Once it's done, you'd run the QuickTime installer by double-clicking it. Choose Run, walk through the process, and once it's done, the first part is done. Second, when you record your videos, you're going to want to make sure that the Camtasia Studio menu, instead of using full screen, go ahead and use a custom dimension. The custom dimension I use is 1280 by 720 because my screen is large enough to do that. If you have a screen that doesn't support 1280 by 720, you can change these to an equal ratio of 1280 by 720 so that you're recording in a high definition format. So make sure you're recording in 1280 by 720 or something similar. Once I'm done with that, I just need to configure Camtasia Studio with the settings that are required for the high definition. The easiest way to do that is to come here to batch production. We need to have a existing recording done, which I do. I've got a few of them. And I created one just for this session called Short Movie. So I'm going to click on it and choose Next. Now from here I want to go in and create my own settings. So I'm going to go to Preset Manager. I'm going to choose New. And let me remind you, go ahead and pause this if you need to as you set your settings. I'm going to call this High Def for YouTube. I want to choose the MOV QuickTime Movie and choose Next. At this point, I'm going to want to change some of these details, so I'm going to go into QuickTime Options. I'm going to select Settings. I want to make sure that my setting is at H.264. My frame rate needs to be at 30 frames per second. Automatic keyframes is fine, but my compressor quality should be best. We don't need to worry about anything on the data rate, so I'll say OK. Next, we want to change some settings in size, so I'm going to go to Size. And since we're recording in 1280 by 720, I want to make sure I produce in that size ratio as well. So I'll choose 1280 by 720, and I'll say OK. Finally, under Sound Settings, I'm going to go change the rate to 4800. I'm going to do 16-bit stereo quality sound and choose OK. At this point, I'm done with the settings. If you want, you can uncheck the Prepare for Internet Streaming, but I tend to leave it on. And I say OK. I'll choose Next. The custom size, again, must be changed to 1280 by 720. But again, if you're using an equivalent aspect ratio, it's going to be whatever you're recording your screen at. I'm fine with the background color of black, so if my video doesn't take up the whole screen, it'll put the background in black, and I choose Next. And there's nothing we need to change on this page, but I quickly want to mention a watermark. For those of you that may be using this for business and want to brand your videos, you can include a watermark and choose where it's going to display. Normally in the bottom right or the bottom left is good, or up in the upper left. That is your logo or whatever to brand your videos as you do this. I don't need to brand my video, so I'm going to say finish. And I have my production presets for high def for YouTube. Here they are in case you need them again. And I will say close. And since I don't want to produce right now, I'm just going to say cancel. Now at this point, I need to bring in a video. So I'm going to import some media. I'm going to go find my short movie again and import it. I would bring it to the timeline. And my editing dimensions, I want to choose high def for YouTube. I'll say OK. If you notice the aspect ratio changed here, it's just shrinking to fit. At this point, I can go ahead and start post-production on my video, doing any edits that I need to do, additional sound, whatever the case may be. And then when I'm ready to produce, I find it easier to just say produce video as. At this point, because it's the last thing I chose, it will come up with high def for YouTube. If it doesn't, I can select it from the list. Say next. Give it a name. Make sure you're descriptive. I'm just going to call mine short movie. Say next. I've already created this, so I'm going to overwrite it and say finish. At this point, it's going to produce the video. So like I said, that was a short video. Let me go ahead and move the video over so you can see it. Here was my movie. Check 1, 2. I'm going to create just a very short movie that I can go ahead and produce. I'll go ahead and close the movie. I'm done producing. I'm going to close Camtasia Studio. I don't need to save the project unless I wanted to go rework it or whatever. Then I want to save it as a Camtasia project. I don't need to do that, so I'm going to close that. And next thing is uploading it to YouTube. So I'm back in my browser. I'm going to type YouTube. And it's already logged me in because I've been here before. I'll choose upload. Upload video. I'm going to go out and find my video, so let me pause real quick. I'll unpause. So there's my folder in my Camtasia Studio folder. There's my short movie. This is the, if you notice here, QuickTime movie. So I'm going to double click it. And it's going to start to upload the movie to YouTube. Since it's a short movie, it only takes a second. You want to make sure, go in and answer these new questions for YouTube. And make sure to come down here and be very descriptive as to what the title, give it a description. This is the video information. My category would be education. Give it the tags that you want so that your video can be readily found. Once it's done, it'll give you a URL, or you can embed it into a web page. For Blackboard, the best thing to do is copy this URL here. So I'll do a Control-C, copy that, go into Blackboard, create a link out to a website, open it in a new page, and share the video. So hopefully this helps you, and have a great day.